So, welcome. News forthcoming. Try a little different format. There's a lot of stuff goes on through the day. So, why not kind of get everything together? Get a little video made around 8 o'clock at night. Get it posted, same time. And then do the regular trucking stuff I love to do during the day. So, that's what we're going to try. Moving on, while you clicked on the video. This morning, big announcement. Sean Duffy, Secretary of Transportation, major announcement. New policy going forward. This will affect CDLs, especially CDLs from California issued to non-domiciled drivers. Now, most of y'all watching this probably have regular, legit licenses that you got by probably going to trucking school, taking a written test, taking a driving test, and then you got your license. A lot of hard work, probably cost a little bit of money. So not everybody is doing that, turns out. Some people are getting CDLs basically given to them, and they're called non-domiciled CDLs. But beginning today, those will no longer be valid. They will, one, they're going to stop issuing them. Two, they're going to, and this is the FMCSA, your DOT, if you will, they're going to identify all unexpired non-domiciled CDLs that fail to comply with FMCSA regulations. So what does that mean? All the identification and proof of residency, etc., that everybody else had to provide, they now have to provide. And if they don't have that, in Oklahoma, where I live, trucks are being towed away at the way stations, at least a couple. Exactly what happened, I don't know, but 2 of them left, and we were told that they did not meet the English language proficiency test. So if you can't speak English and you come into a scale house, it's very possible your truck's going to get towed and you're going to get deported instantly. So that's the way that's working. There were some other things Sean Duffy talked about, but those were primarily it. He does plan to target California, but good news for the people I've been talking to about just trucking in general, encouraging people, go be a trucker. If it's the right life for you, go do it. Out of Sean Duffy's own mouth this morning, said exactly that there are plenty of American drivers ready to take those loads. Those loads being the ones that are currently being dragged around by these non-domiciled, don't pay taxes. They just start a new business. Every time they have an accident or a major malfunction, they just scrap the business, change the phone numbers, go get another FMCSA number, and start all over. So Sean Duffy, Secretary of Transportation, saying that those loads should be going to American drivers. Also, he said that truckers can train and get on the road quickly and make pretty good money. All that's true. There should be, as soon as this issue gets sorted out a little bit better, there should be some very good opportunities out there for people who want to get into trucking. It's not for everybody, but it is a pretty good life. I did it myself. My first year over the road, with a little experience, I had experience because I had been driving off and on doing different things for a long time, but I'd never been a truly over the road guy, and I wanted to go do that. So in 2017, I went out. 2018, I made $62,000 my first year. Now that's with a little bit of time off here and there. And brand new truck, brand new trailer. I was doing good long hauls. I loved it. I didn't finish out 2019. I was there about 15 months, and my 96-year-old grandmother got sick. My mother was trying to work full time. I had a sister who was having some personal problems, and so that's actually why I quit. Not because I didn't like the job. I liked the job very much. I thought it was fantastic. I felt like I was camping with the trailer behind me, and I'm not just making that up. I went to the West Coast. I went down to Florida. I went down to San Diego. Spent a lot of my time out in the North Dakota, South Dakota, going over to Virginia. So it was actually fantastic. I loved it. Okay. More news today, switching gears away from trucking, but extremely significant event happened today. The former director of the FBI, James Comey, has been indicted. Now, why is that important? Other than the fact that a former FBI director is also a Swiftie. So he's a Taylor Swift fan. Okay, kind of creepy, but what else did he do? Why is he getting indicted? The specific reason, loosely, is that in front of a Senate committee, he was asked if he ever gave the order, if ever he himself authorized, or if he allowed anybody to be authorized to leak the memo that started the Russiagate, the Christopher Steele fake memo about stupid things that were supposed to have happened in Russia. And we call that the Steele dossier. That's what started the Russia of 2018-19. Trump was impeached. Nancy Pelosi was in power. But this is where it all started. So what did he do specifically? Again, he was asked, did he leak that information, or did he authorize somebody to leak that information? And what has happened is his little secretary, Andrew McCabe, who's also going to be in trouble, a name you're going to be hearing very soon, has admitted to leaking the Steele dossier, which started the Russiagate thing, at the behest or at the direction of the head of the FBI at that time, who was James Comey. So we have a bit of, well, one guy's saying that you said it, but you're saying that you didn't, therefore lying to Congress. Fairly serious offense. That's the least of his troubles. If he were to be found that he tried to orchestrate a coup against a sitting president, that could be treason. So it could get very nasty for him. You're going to be hearing about Mr. James Comey. Yes, he's 6'8". Yes, he's very tall. Yes, he's a Swiftie. And I'm not going to share it right now, but there's some other rumors that I've heard that I find fairly credible. Fetishes. Trump says he's a very nasty person. I think Trump knows the same thing I know, or I've heard, that he's got a thing about howdy doody. I don't know. But supposedly Howdy Doody dresses up young boys in Howdy Doody. Howdy Doody was the puppet in a kids' TV show long time ago. But let's just stick with the facts. But Trump very seems to know something about him, because he constantly says he is a very nasty person, even more so than normal. So, and the third item today, our economy is actually getting better. These were the signs we were looking for, and now we're starting to see them. We want to see gross domestic product going up. America makes more things. America produces stuff. We're getting away from this shipping everything to China to use slave labor to produce our goods and then bringing this junk back here. American made, manufactured, American jobs, etc. So gross domestic product was up. And oddly enough, we couldn't get a straight answer. The number was 3%, and then it came out that no, that's wrong. It's actually 3.2. The final number we got was 3.8%. That's up. Now you want to couple that with our unemployment rate is just a tick higher than it was last month, but stabilizing is the important thing. Unemployment is right now about 4.3%, up from 4.2 last month. So we're stabilizing the unemployment. And you got to remember, we got a lot of shifting out of, we got a lot of people leaving their government jobs. So we're trimming down the government. These are all good signs. And just to give you a little heads up, this will be our last piece today. The coming shutdown, if the government shuts down, real quickly, this is how. So Democrats this is the only tool in their toolbox that they have is we're going to shut down the government and you're all this. So the current government, Russ Vogt at Office of Management and Budget, he's a good guy. He's in this book right here, which I'm going to share with y'all one day. Rebels, Rogues, and Outlaws. Russ Vogt's in there. I should get his picture right now. Hold on. Well, I stand corrected. He's not in my book. I can't believe that. But here's a few pictures of him. Why is he important? One of the most critical areas of government is the Office of Management and Budget, OMB. And our man Russ here says, if the government shuts down, we're just going to have to lay off a few people, tighten up our belt straps, and make it. But it's going to be okay. He's already sent memos out to all the departments, getting people ready to be fired, laid off, paroled, whatever. We're always looking to trim the government, slim it down a little bit. So we don't need to panic about government shutdowns. Now, the mainstream media, the press, is going to just try to terrify people that these horrible things are going to happen. Don't believe any of it. Just a final note before we end our little short news. I know that was just a couple stories, but these are important things happening. Sean Duffy and transportation, very important. James Comey getting hopefully some handcuffs going on him, very important. How the economy's going and who's making decisions on things that are fixing to happen. Hopefully you'll listen to me. I spend all day trying to gather this stuff through various sources, Twitter, online. There's several shows that I watch. I don't work, so I do this full time. And out of everything that's going on today, those are probably the most important 3 or 4 things happening. There's a couple more things. For instance, a school superintendent in Des Moines, Iowa. They chased him, the superintendent, making $280,000 a year, was found to be an actual felon and not a citizen, was from Kenya. The head guy over Des Moines County, the largest county in Iowa, in charge of all the schools, making $280,000 a month. They found out, they chased him down today. They caught him with a pistol, a big buck knife, and $3,000 in cash on him in the woods. He ran off into the woods. He's been detained. Ongoing thing. I'll report more on that later. So there you go. 5 stories in 16 minutes. So I'll have 18 minutes in this video. Hopefully you'll come back, because I'm going to do this again tomorrow night and every night that we need to. So it'll be a routine tomorrow. Try to keep it a little shorter so don't take up much of your time. But come back. If you made it this far, thank you. God bless you. It's just me, one-man team here in my little office I made with my these guys used to ride around me in my truck in the passenger seat, all seat belted in. My mother bought me some little stuffed animals to ride with me to keep me company. That's why they're there. So, mothers, you gotta love them. All right. I appreciate y'all stopping by, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks.